Alright, a number of you asked me my opinion and thoughts about this whole Donald Sterling thing. I wanted to make a video about this regardless of anyone requesting this or not. A lot of people out there I feel might just not even give a shit about this story because it involves basketball, and if you don't like basketball, what do you care or whatever. I mean, I'm here to tell you, you should pay note of this story as just a reflection of society and a very scary thing that is happening in society right now, because what is going on here can echo, sorry, new dog's being a nuisance here. What is going on here in the NBA is something that could echo in who knows how many other corporate structures in America and around the world, etc., etc. To give you just a quick synopsis version of this and what happened, Donald Sterling is the owner of the LA Clippers. Whether or not you can even name a single player on the LA Clippers is regardless. Hello, goodbye. Anyway, he's had a number of racist tendency acts and just flat out racist acts. I'll put a little excerpt here on the screen you can read over while I'm talking here. He's been taken to court for a number of things. The federal government took him to court for racial profiling in a housing development he had in Beverly Hills because he didn't want black people there because he thought they attracted vermin. He didn't want Koreans in a housing project he had near a high populated Korean part of Los Angeles. Anyways, you get my point. This guy has been known for being a racial profiler or just a flat out racist. One of the assistant coaches took him to court for saying that he wants a coach on the LA Clippers that can be a good leader of disadvantaged black kids, and he wants them to be a self-respecting white man, and just saying shit like that. And that's the guy who we all knew. This isn't new news. That part's not new news. What is new news is what his girlfriend, and I use quotation marks because you gotta wonder what a girl's interested in when someone is 3 times your age, but I digress. He's an 80-year-old feeble old man who happens to have a 20-something hot Latina piece of ass girlfriend who I'm sure is dating him because he has a charming personality and fucks like a jackhammer in the bedroom. But that aside, she set him up, recorded a conversation the two of them had, and he said some just very overtly racist things, such as saying, "I don't want to see you posting pictures on your Instagram posing with black people. I don't want to see you bringing a black person, be seen sitting next to a black person at an LA Clippers game. That's not the type of message I want to send out there. I don't want that, thinking it's okay for, just black people to show up like that." Just some like what day and age are we living in that a human being is saying this shit? Now, I don't know, someone may want to use, well, he's old and senile or whatever. He has a long track record of this shit. This ain't just some feeble old man mumbling because his brain has gone into the nether realm. This guy is a racist fuck, and in a perfect world, he would be suspended from the NBA just flat out right now, and hell, not even allowed to even come into a building where an NBA game is even playing. But as of right now, 48 hours later, nothing has happened with this guy. Nothing. He's being allowed to keep his job. The players are playing. And this is where I ask the question of you that's in the title of this. What can be done and what should be done to this guy? He's the owner of a professional basketball team. He's a filthy rich billionaire with a B, worth an estimated net worth of $1.9 billion. Like I said, he's 80 years old. What can and should we do to this guy to basically say this is the right thing to do, this is the just punishment, this is what should be done, this is what can be done? Because frankly, I really don't know. I mean, people may jump to the extreme saying, "Oh, just drag his racist ass out to the street and beat him to death." If you have that much hate in your heart and you want to say it, that's fine, whatever. But the realistic end of things here is that so many people, and this has been all over sports talk radio, I've been listening to Philadelphia sports talk radio all weekend, And this, I mean, Sixers aren't even a relevant topic right now. This topic is dominating the discussion here in this town. So many people are just like, oh, well, the commissioner's got to come down. He's got to, issue fines. He's got to take away draft picks from this team. He's got to maybe have him forfeit a season, just ridiculous shit like that. And what I don't understand is, why do things, or why even suggest doing things to the LA Clippers that hurt the team? The team, the coaches, the management, at least that hasn't been publicly said, have done nothing to contribute to this, have done nothing to contribute to any sort of racist profiling, any sort of racial act. So it's like, okay, let's take away draft picks so Doc Rivers and Chris Paul have to suffer because they can't get, the speeding shooting guard that they could get on their team to help them out. It could be anything like that. Why make the team suffer? And so many people are saying, oh, they got to punish the shit out of this team for having an owner that is like this. And the people that are saying this are often justifying it by saying, well, guys like Doc Rivers and Chris Paul knew this guy was a racist. Like I said, that little excerpt I showed you was from years ago. This guy was not allowing black people to live in his tower that he had in Beverly Hills, his housing facility, because he said that they would attract vermin. So it's pretty clear that this guy was a racist fuck from the get-go here. Yet people like Chris Paul and Doc Rivers agreed to play on his team. So you know what? Fuck that team. They should be punished. To that I would say, and I can't speak to know what the mindset of someone like a superstar, an established superstar like Chris Paul, and an established potential Hall of Fame coach in Doc Rivers, I can't speak to know what their mindset is. But you know what? I'm not going to fault them if they take the stance of, we knew our owner was just a flat out overt racist, but you know what? We're on a team that has a chance to win a championship, has a very good chance right here and now to excel. Chris Paul could say, you know what? He's offered me a multi-million-dollar contract. Said, sign here. I'm going to give you a chance to be a filthy rich millionaire and to perform your talent. I don't know why the fuck I said exploit there. To perform your talent at the highest possible competitive level of your sport that you've been training your entire life to do. If someone like Chris Paul says, you know what? I'm willing to push aside my thoughts and hatred for my racist fuck owner and just go out there, entertain hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people with my talent and skill. And you know what? If I was Chris Paul, I'd do the same thing. You could give me, I don't care who, Justine, you could make her my boss. I'd be like, all right, Justine, she offered me a contract to do whatever it is I love to do most in my life, and offers me a contract for millions of dollars. Maybe she degrades me, maybe she hates me, whatever. Maybe she hates my people, whatever the case may be. I would say to her, I'd be like, are the checks going to clear on payday? Oh, they are? Sign the dotted line. Maybe people are just putting what their feelings are for their owner aside because, frankly, what does the owner control in the team? Oh, he signs the paychecks, whatever. Any owner would sign the fucking paychecks. I'm tired of all these people saying, well, he gave so many of these players a chance in the league. He gave them an opportunity to play. If he didn't give them that chance, some other owner would have. I mean, people are making it sound like, some people are making it sound like an owner of an NBA team is like the single collective mind behind strategy and picking who gets to play and deciding the starting roster for the day. Now, granted, some owners are like that. Some owners are like a Jerry Jones that think they know the fucking game that they're the owner of, that are an active GM as well as an owner. Donald Sterling is just an owner. That's all he is. He's not telling Doc Rivers who to put on the court. He's not saying, oh, this is who we're going to hire or whatever. Obviously, he wanted to hire a little southern white boy as a coach, and they got Doc Rivers, who is a very successful African-American coach. Oh my God, new dog. Do you have to shove your ass in my face while I'm making the video? Anyway, this just, and the saddest thing about this is that this is just a reflection of what makes it to the top in society. Now, it doesn't mean just because you're a racist, you're going to make it to the top in society. No, but this is an example of, New Dog, chillax. This is just an example of someone who's been a racist for years on end, who is discriminated against many a people, and is a filthy rich billionaire who's made it to 80 years of his life living in the lap of luxury. What are they going to do at this point? What is the NBA going to do? Fine him? What are they going to do? Oh, the NBA okay, I'll just create a hypothetical. The NBA leveled a historic $100 million fine on the owner of the LA Clippers, Donald Sterling. Okay, so he went from $1.9 billion to $1.8 billion. Oh my God, that guy's going to be on food stamps the next day. How could the NBA do that to him? So that's what I ask you guys. What can and should be done to this guy? Even if he gets fired, even if he gets kicked out of the league, so what? He's still rich. Do you think he's really going to care? He's a rich white motherfucker that got an investment. Basically, he saw this team as an investment. It's not like he was just some prideful NBA fan his whole life. The guy was an ambulance chasing lawyer before he parlayed that into a real estate venture. You know, this guy, he wasn't some guy who was just like, you know, like someone like Kevin McHale that that was a player for the Celtics, went on to be the coach of the Rockets, who may go on to be an owner someday. Who knows? I don't know why I randomly picked him. The Rockets are fucking falling flat on their face. Bad example. But anyway, this isn't some guy that has some just deeply seated vested interest in the game and the success of the game. They kicked him out, he'd be like, oh well. I'll just retire and spend the last years of my life in the same lap of luxury I've been living in. And that's why I say this is just a sad fucking reflection of society, because this is the guy who, what's the worst they could do to him? Call him a racist in public? What's he care? He knows he's a racist. That's like, you know, a bunch of Christians surrounding an atheist and going, you atheist fuck, you atheist scum. The atheist would be like, okay, I am an atheist. What of it? So, this whole story, this whole situation, everything. What I see coming out of this is a whole bunch of nothing. Even if Sterling loses his job, it's just a whole lot of nothing. He was an overt racist, owning a team in a sport that has been for years on end a majority populated by African American men. African American men. Okay. Anyway, this whole thing, it just bums me out. It just bums me out to know that this is the guy that made it. This is the guy that quote unquote made it. Just did whatever he want. Just said one thing. Say, just for a hobby, I'm gonna buy an NBA team. I'm gonna move him from San Diego to LA, and because, you know, I'm from LA, I want to be back near my home. Just for the fuck of it, because he has the money. He has the money. For Christ's sakes, the NAACP gave him an honorary humanitarian award. Where the fuck was their research team on that? How did that one happen? In fact, he was up for the same award this year till they just pulled it off the table. That just goes to show you, if you have money, he probably influenced the right people in right places. He put a housing facility in a low rent district in LA. Oh, he's a savior. Oh boy. Oh, he's not doing that at all to buy favoritism in the black community at all. Jesus Christ. Hello, new dog. Please don't bite my spinal cord. Anyway, just this whole thing is just a sad thing. In all honesty, what do I wish would happen? I wish both the Golden State Warriors and the LA Clippers would refuse to take to the court. That's what they should have done yesterday. That's what they should do for the rest of this series. Just refuse to take to the court. Because this is the thing. What could possibly happen criticism-wise for anyone taking a stance against racism? Could the NBA level something against them? Oh my God, that would be an irated motherfucker to a society. Oh my God, they would be boycotted out the fucking ass. And you gotta wonder, us as fans, me, even though, you know, my Sixers aren't in it, but I still have a vested interest in the playoffs. I still love the game. I support it every year. I go to games. I watch it on TV. Help drive up ad rates for the NBA and shit like that. Should I feel guilty supporting this product now? Should I be saying, you know what? Fuck this product. I'm gonna ignore it till they get this guy out of his fucking rocking chair and just sit in a fucking retirement home for the rest of his life? So, what should we do? What can we do? What should be done? What can be done in all this? I don't fucking know. All I know is I feel a little guilty watching the product right now, and I don't feel I should. Because everyone that is out there taken to that court is living a dream that they're hopeful for. To be the pinnacle of their career, of their, someone else may end up being the pinnacle of their career, but the pinnacle of their entire year to win an NBA championship, something they've been striving to do for the most part of their lives. They refined their craft and got to a skill level that very few could get to, and they're willing to display it and get paid handsomely for it. You know, why should I feel guilty supporting them for living their dreams? Because they didn't do anything wrong. This fucking owner did. Anyways, I'm done ranting and raving. New Dog, I think you need to go outside and take a shit, don't you? All right. Thank you, Bubba. Oh, you're such a good boy. Have a good day, everyone. And above all else, I'm curious to see what you have to think about this. And if someone has a more clever idea than I have, I'm all ears. Look at that. If I turn New Dog into a mink, that's what he would look like. If I wore him over my shoulder. Like a snobby-ass rich person would with like a fox or something. Have a good day, everyone.